Good morning, friends, and happy Monday. I have a special guest with us here today because I know Clive had been asking about the guinea pigs, and we still have one more we haven't seen yet. So this, friends, he's my squirmiest one, is Kit Kat. Say hi, Kit Kat. Kit Kat is a little squirmy. Kit Kat is going to be 6 in a few weeks, and I rescued him, just like I did with Reese's, when his owner had moved away and couldn't take care of him anymore, and brought him to the pet store to be adopted. And I adopted Kit Kat and took him and Reese's home with me about 2 years ago, and they've been living with us ever since. And you can hear those little noises he's making. Those, like I said, he's a little squirmy, so I think that means he wants to be put back. So we're going to put him back. Say bye-bye, Kit Kat. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So let's start with our calendar. Okay, who can tell me what the name of our month is? What month are we in, guys? Good, we're in April. Could we say April? April. Good. We're in the month of April. We're in the month of April. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. We're in the month of April. We're in the month of April. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Very good, guys. Okay, let's count how many days we have so far in April. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So yesterday was 19. What number comes after 19, friends? What number comes after 19? Good, it's 20, which is a 2 and a 0. Could we say 20? 20. Very good. Good, so today is the 20th. And now, who can tell me the name of our year? What year is it, guys? It is 2020. Could we say that together? Ready? 2020. Very good. And what season is it right now? What season is it? It is still spring. Could we say spring? Spring. Very good. It is still spring. So, we are going to go over a brand new letter today. This is our brand new letter. Does anyone know the name of this letter? What letter is this? This is X. Can we say X? X. Now, X is a little silly, okay, because it's one of those letters that we generally don't use so much at the beginning of words, more at the end and in the middle. So that's why I waited a little bit later in the year to teach it to you guys. And the sounds a little silly. Okay, so you guys are going to try to say it with me. X says X. Can we say that together? Ready? X. Like in, and I'm going to use one that ends in this just because it's a little easier to hear at the ending of a word. Like in the word fox. You hear the X, the X at the end of the word. So fox. Can we say that together? Fox. Okay. X is a X sound. Okay, like in fox. And today I'm going to attach the link to read aloud of the book Fox and Socks by Dr. Seuss so you could hear this letter a little bit more. So every time, can we say X? X says X. Can we say that together? X. Like in fox. Fox. Good. So that is our new letter of the week. I'm also going to attach our usual videos to go along with it so you can hear some songs about the letter X, and you guys can find out some more words that have the letter X in them. Okay, I know we usually do just the beginning of the words, but this time we're going to do the middle and the end as well, like in fox, because that's when you tend to hear the letter X more. I also wanted to introduce our new sight word for the week. So our new sight word for the week is going to be S-E-E. This is S-E-E, okay? This is the word see. Can you guys say see? See, okay? Like brown bear, what do you see? Okay? When we're looking at something, like right now, I see my computer in front of me. Okay? I see the board and I see the guinea pigs. Okay? Can you guys say see? See. Can you guys come up with a sentence for the word see? Very good. Okay, so this is our new sight word. It is see, like we do with our eyes. We see. It's one of our 5 senses. So our word family for this week is the same as last week. We're going to learn some new words this week, but let's go over it first. Our new word family is the E-N word family. And remember, E-N does not make a word on its own, but we can use it to make words. So E-N says N. So the first one we had done was the letter P. What sound does P make, friends? P says P, P, right? P, P. Now we're going to add N to that. So we have P, N, P, N, P, N. What word do we hear? Good, it's pen, right? Like we write with a pen. Can we say pen, pen? Now I'm going to add an H to that. What sound does H make, friends? H says H, H, right? H, H. Now we're going to add N. So I have H, N, H, N, H, N. What word do we hear? It's the word, what? Hen, right? Like a girl chicken. Could we say hen? Hen. And then our last one we learned was with the letter T. What sound does T make, friends? T says ta, ta, right? And now we're going to add N. So we have ta, N, ta, N, ta, N. What word do we hear? It's 10, right? Like I have 10 fingers. Can we say 10? 10. Good. So you guys can repeat after me. We'll say all our words. Remember, they're all going to rhyme, right? So everything in our word family has the same ending sound. It all ends in E-N. And when our words have the same ending sound, they rhyme. So can we say N, N, pen, 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 10, 10. Very good. Okay, so let's go over the numbers we've been learning. Okay, so we're going to go over all our double digit or numbers that have 2 numbers on them. They're all going to start with a 1. So who could tell me what number a 1 and a 1 is? What number is a 1 and a 1? Good, that's 11. Can we say 11? 11. Good. Yeah, I'm going to make this a 0. What number is a 1 and a 0? What number is a 1 and a 0? That's 10, right? Like we have 10 fingers. Can we say 10? 10. Good. Now, what number is a 1 and a 3? What number is a 1 and a 3? It's 13. Can we say 13? 13. Good, and I'm going to make this a 2. So what number is a 1 and a 2? What number is a 1 and a 2? That's 12, right? Can we say 12? 12. Good, and I'm going to change that to a 1 and a 4. What number is a 1 and a 4? It's 14, right? Can we say 14? 14. Good. Now we have our 2 newest numbers of the month, which would be, our first one is a 1 and a 5. So what number is a 1 and a 5, guys? What number is a 1 and a 5? That's 15, right? Can we say 15, 15? Good. And now we have a 1 and a 6. What number is a 1 and a 6? That's 16, right? Can we say 16? Good. So we have 15, 15, 16, 16. Very good. Awesome. So let's do our color and shape of the month. What is the name of this? Ooh, it's upside down. What is the name of this color, guys? It's yellow. Good. Can we say yellow? Yellow. Very good. Like we're going to see a lot of yellow flowers soon. And what is the name of this shape? What shape is this? This is oval. Can we say oval? Oval. Good. And what kind of sides does an oval have? An oval has curved sides. Can we say curved sides? Right? Curved sides. An oval has curved sides. Very good. So we're going to continue to talk more about plants this week. So I wanted to bring out our carrot plant so we could check up on it. Now our carrot plant has actually grown quite a bit over the weekend. So if you guys can see, our carrot plant has gotten much taller, right? We can see a lot more of the stem and the leaves now are starting to grow. It's getting much taller, okay? And you could start to see a little bit better some of the roots that are growing down into the soil. You can see, not so much on the side anymore, so yeah, I guess this is the best view. But you could see the roots. So what we're going to talk about this week is we're going to talk about what plants need in our plant life cycle. So let's start with first what plants need, because you guys know a lot of this already. I had emailed your mommies and daddies and asked you to make me a list of what you guys already know that plants need, and some of you guys have answered me. So I'm going to make a list, put a list together once I get everyone's answer, and we'll read it out. But some of the answers I've already gotten seems like you guys already know quite a bit about what plants need. So let's think about what it took to get my carrot plant where it is right now. Okay, what did we do? Well, plants need a couple different things. The first thing I did was, if you guys remember all the way back to the video when I started this, was I started by putting in this brown stuff here. What was this brown stuff again, guys? This is our soil, right? In our soil, we have nutrients or vitamins, okay, that the plant needs to grow. So the first thing we know our plant needs is some kind of soil with like vitamins in it for it to grow. Okay, so we need soil in order for our plant to grow. Now, after I had my soil, I took my seed. Now, my seed, friends, is actually our little baby plant that hasn't been grown yet, right? If you guys remember, I took my little carrot seed and I put it in the soil, okay? So my seed is actually our plant. It just hasn't grown yet. So what else did I do after I put the seed in there? We sprayed something, right? We know plants need water, okay? Outside, where does our water come from? If this plant was outside, where would our water come from? It would come from the rain, right? It would come down from the rain or snow or sleet or other forms of precipitation. But plants need water, okay? Inside, I'm going to hope it's not raining in here. So I've been giving the plant water with our spray bottle. You can also use a watering can or just a little cup of water, but plants do need water, okay? Now, I haven't been giving the plant this just because it's all around us, but when there's something all around us, it's a gas that we can't see that the plant needs. Our plant needs air, okay? It needs air, which I can't really draw very well. I'll just make it another color. Our plant needs air, right? Now, I don't have to give it that because it's all around us, okay? We breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Our plant friends take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Now again, I'm not giving them the air because it's all around us. There's nothing I need to do. The plant's just taking it in. But plants do need the carbon dioxide in the air in order to grow. Okay, so far we have water, we have air, we have soil. And then what? where do I need to put this plant to make it grow? What does it need from the outside? Good, it needs sun, right? We need the sun's light. If you guys remember, we tried that experiment, although our experiment didn't go too well because we know it got thrown in the garbage, but plants do need sunlight to grow. Remember when we had the experiment, the plants that put in the closet, before they got thrown out, they did not grow, right? Because there was no sunlight in there. The plant could not make any food for itself. It couldn't grow. Whereas our plant in the window was growing because the sunlight was coming through the window. So I've been putting this plant in my dining room where all the sunlight's coming in. So it's been able to grow. So our carrot plant has been doing quite well because it's had everything it needs to grow. It's had the soil with the nutrients or the vitamins in it. It's had water because I've been spritzing it every day with the water. But remember, if it was outside, it would have 3. It's had carbon dioxide from the air just because I have the top of this open and it's letting the air in. And it's had sun because I've placed it in the window. So those are the important things that a plant needs to grow. Without all of these things, the plant will not grow. Okay, it won't have the opportunity, which means chance, to get as big as it needs to because it won't be able to make its food. Okay, it won't have any place to grow without the soil. So it needs all of these things in order to grow. So again, we've talked about this a little bit, but once we have all these things, the plant can start to grow. But how does that look like? Well, plants grow in a cycle. Now, that's a word we've heard before. We know cycle. Think about the water cycle. We've talked about this. What is a cycle? What shape is it? It goes around, right? And around and around, and it never stops. A life cycle. We hear the word cycle right in it. It's the same thing. It goes around and doesn't stop. So what does that look like? You guys probably know a little bit about this already, but let's start with what we did first. Here's our soil. In our soil, we put a seed, right? So here's our seed, okay? So this is actually a lima bean seed because I don't have any more carrot seeds, but just to give you a visual, we take our seed and put it in the soil. So that's the first step that it starts out. This plant started as a seed, okay? I know some friends were a little confused when I asked them what a plant needs to grow, and they told me seeds. Now, they're sort of right. The seed is the plant itself, okay? So it doesn't need, the seed needs to be there because that's the plant, okay? But inside this seed, guys, is actually the plant itself. You just can't see it, okay, because it hasn't grown yet. But this is a little tiny baby plant. We're actually going to be able to see later on this week what is inside these lima beans, okay, because I'm going to actually try to grow them. And we'll be able to see what I'm talking about, that there's actually a little baby plant inside these seeds. So you'll get to see that a little bit better this week. So this was our first step, right, was to take the seed and put it in the soil. So then what happened after that? What was the next step? Well, we have it right here, okay? Our little tiny shoot came up, okay, out of the ground. This little tiny shoot came out. We call this tiny little baby plant a seedling. Can we say seedling? Seedling. This is the little tiny shoot that comes out of the ground, okay? This is the step we're at right now with our carrot plant. It's at a seedling stage, okay? We see just a little bit of it poking out of the ground. Obviously, these carrots are not fully grown yet. They're going to get much bigger. This is where we're at right now. So we have our tiny little seedling. Now, the more I give it water and sun and air, it's going to keep growing into, well, we're eventually going to have our grown-up plant, okay? We're going to have a big, giant plant. Oops, wrong color. We're going to have a big, giant, grown-up plant, okay? Now, the grown-up plant is going to do something pretty cool. Our carrots, we might not be able to see this, but thinking about other plants, say I had grown tulips, okay? Eventually, they will grow flowers, right? Okay, we won't see this with our carrot plant, but our plant will eventually grow flowers. What are in flowers, guys? What are in flowers? Seeds, right? Our plant is going to eventually make seeds, okay? So our adult or grown-up plant will eventually make its own seeds. And then guess what's going to happen? Either the wind will blow or they'll fall to the ground. Somehow, these seeds will end up in the soil, okay? So the seed will fall out of the flower into the soil, and then that seed will grow into a baby plant, which will then grow into an adult plant, which will make seeds, which will then fall into the ground and then make another baby plant, okay? And it keeps going and going and going, and it never stops, right? That's why we call it a cycle. So this is the life cycle of a plant, okay? It goes around and around and it never stops, just like the water cycle. Because every time we have a baby seed, it's going to grow up into a seedling. It's just going to grow up into an adult or grown-up plant with seeds, which will then fall into the ground to make another tiny seed, which will then grow up, and then it's just going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, so that is the life cycle of a plant. And that is what we're going to be talking about this week. How to take care of the plants, what it needs, the soil, the water, the air, and the sunlight, and the steps that the plant takes. So like I said, we're going to be doing an experiment this week with just that. Okay, we're going to be trying to grow these lima bean seeds that I have here. Okay, I will do that maybe Thursday, I think. But that is what we're going to be learning about this week. So I have a little book to show you how these lima bean seeds are going to grow. It is called We Need a Seed. So if you see here, this little boy has a seed in his hand. And we can see here, here's the shoot of the lima bean plant, the little baby seedling. And then here is what's left of the seed. And then here is the grown-up plant, okay, which is growing new seeds to plant. So let's find out what happens to the lima beans here. So you can see they have a really good picture of this. So first, here's our first step, the seed. Okay, this is our first step, the seed. And then we see it's growing up. Here's the shoot coming out of the soil with our seedling. Okay, and then it's going to grow up into a grown-up plant with its own seed that that will fall off and be able to be planted into the ground to make a new plant. First, we need a seed to plant in the dirt today. Okay, so here's our seed and here's our soil, okay? Just like we have soil for our plant, they have soil. Remember, in our soil are our nutrients or vitamins that the plant needs to grow. Sprinkle, spritz some water, and tuck it safe away. So as you see here, the little girl's doing just what we did when we planted our seeds, right? She's taking her finger to make the hole in the ground, putting the seed in, and then covering it up with soil. And then just like we did, she has a watering can, although hers isn't Cinderella like ours was, and they're watering the plant. So she's doing exactly what we did. Then we wait, because growing takes time. So here the kids are observing or looking at the plant as it's growing, right? We know it doesn't grow overnight. We planted these carrot seeds quite a few days ago, and they're still pretty tiny, right? And it took a few days to even get them to look like this. And we're still not done yet, so we know it takes a while for a plant to grow. So these kids are waiting. Down, down go the roots. Here's the root of the plant. A new plant has begun. Sprinkle, spritz more water, and put the plant in the sun. Then we wait, because growing takes time. So here, this little kid is using the watering can to water the plant. And we see they put the plant in the window, just like we did. Up comes the stem. Sprinkle, spritz, but don't pour. Keep the stem in the sun and it will grow some more. Then we wait because growing takes time. So here, just like we saw with our carrot plant, the first part to pop out of the soil is the stem, right? We can see that growing here. Out come the leaves. At first, there's just a few. Sprinkle, spritz, and some more sun. More leaves grow green and new. And then we wait because growing takes time. So here we see the lima bean plant, right? Here's the stem first, and now our leaves are starting to grow. And it's very similar to our carrot plant, right? We're just starting to see the leaves now. Out come the flowers. They smell so very sweet. Is this little flower what we want to eat? Okay, you guys tell me, do we eat flowers? No, right? We do not eat flowers, so obviously this plant is not done yet. Because it's supposed to be a lima bean like this, so obviously it's not ready to eat yet because we don't eat the flowers. And then we wait because growing takes time. So why do we need these flowers, friends? Remind me, what is in the flowers that we need to continue our plant life cycle? What are going to be in these flowers? Our seeds, right? We need our seeds from these flowers. Out pops a bean. Out pops a bunch. The seed is now a bean that I can eat for lunch. So here's our bean plant, and inside were the beans, and the beans are the seeds. So this little boy is now eating the beans. But if we didn't eat the beans, what could we do with them to start this whole life cycle over again? Instead of eating the beans, what could he have done with them to make a new plant? Good, he could have put the seeds or the beans in the ground and grown them to make a whole new plant and start the life cycle all over again, because then that little seed would grow up into a baby plant, which would grow up into a grown-up plant, which would then make more seeds, which we could plant, and then that plant would grow, and then we could keep going and going with it. So here says, what did the seeds need to grow? So what did these kids give their little seeds here to grow? They gave it what? What's the first one? They gave it water, right? And then what's the brown stuff this little girl's putting in the pot? They gave it soil, right? And then here in the window, what is the plant getting from the window? It's getting sunlight, right? It's also getting the air, but again, like we said, the air is all around us. We don't have to do anything. It just happens to be there. So they gave it water, sun, air, and the soil, and it was able to grow. The end. So we're going to be talking more about this during the week. So I hope you guys are looking forward to our science experiment on Thursday when we will do something very similar with the bean plant. Okay, I put you guys on pause for a second because I had you draw a picture for our next thing. So we're going to be talking this week more about counting, okay? And the first thing we're going to be talking about is what is called subtraction. Now that sounds like something that's like a big fancy word, but all it means is we're taking away something, okay? And it involves counting backwards, okay? So when we're taking away something, we're actually going to count backwards. So the easiest way I know to show that is with our song, 5 Little Monkeys. Now, usually in school when we sing this, I have our felt board with our monkey pieces, but unfortunately they are still at baby steps. So instead, I drew you guys a picture, okay? So we're going to count our 5 little monkeys. So first we're going to count forward. Ready? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Now we're going to count backwards, okay? When we count backwards, you'll notice when I count forwards, I put up 1 finger each time, or I added 1 finger. When we count backwards, I'm going to subtract or take away 1 finger. Okay, ready? So we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, So now we're going to do that with our song. We're going to take away or subtract a monkey each time so you guys could see what that looks like. And again, when we subtract or take away, we're counting backwards, okay? So ready? Everyone show me 5 fingers for 5 little monkeys. Ready? 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So we got to take away 1, right? So 5, we're going to take away or subtract 1. So if I take away 1 finger and 1 monkey, how many do we have left now? We have 4, right? So ready? 4 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Good, so we have 4, right? Now we're going to take away 1 monkey or subtract by taking him away. How many do we have left? 3, right? Someone show me 3 fingers. 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So I have 3. I'm going to take away or subtract 1. How many am I left with? We have 2, right? 2 left. Show me 2 fingers. 2 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So we have 2, right? I'm going to take away or subtract 1. How many are left? Just 1 monkey, right? 1 little monkey jumping on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So now I have 1. I'm going to take away or subtract 1. How many are left? 0, right? No more monkeys. So that's it. Bye-bye, monkeys. So that was it, guys. Believe it or not, by taking away 1 each time, you just did subtraction. Okay, so you guys did an awesome job. So we're going to do the opposite of that now. We're going to do addition, okay? So this time we counted backwards, right? Now we're going to go the other direction and count forwards. So I'm going to show you that in a second. Let me just set it up. Okay, friends, so this time we're going to be counting forwards, okay? And I saved this second because I know we've done 5 little monkeys before, so I thought it would be easy to start with. But we're going to start something brand new. We're going to play a game that's going to involve some adding or putting together 2 groups to see how many are in them, okay? So what I did is I have a little picture here, okay? And I'm going to tell you a little story about some dinosaurs. So there were some dinosaurs out for a walk. First, there was a red dinosaur out for a walk, and he went to stop to drink some water. Then 2 blue dinosaurs came to drink some water also. So there was one red dinosaur drinking water and 2 blue dinosaurs drinking water. How many dinosaurs are there now drinking water? So let's figure that out. We have 1 dinosaur here and 2 dinosaurs here. Okay, so how many dinosaurs are there now all together? That means every single one drinking water. We have 1 red dinosaur and 2 blue dinosaurs. So how can we figure that out? Well, we can count them, right? We counted 1 in this group and 2 over here. So now we're going to count all of them to find out how many dinosaurs there are. Ready? We have 1, 2, 3. right? There are 3 dinosaurs all together, right? 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 all together, and all together means all of them that are here. Okay, so both groups together. That's where I think they get the all together from. Okay, right? So that would be 1 red dinosaur plus, or putting together, 2 blue ones makes 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 dinosaurs all together. So let's do that with different dinosaurs. Okay, now this time, the 2 blue dinosaurs are thirsty, so they come back. And they're drinking some water. So the 2 blue dinosaurs are drinking water. And then 2 purple dinosaurs come to drink some water. Okay, so we have 2 blue dinosaurs and 2 purple dinosaurs drinking water, right? We have 1, 2 blue and 1, 2 purple. So I want to know how many dinosaurs are there all together, which means putting both groups together, all the dinosaurs that are here drinking water. If I have 1, 2 blue and 1, 2 purple. So how do we figure that out again, right? We count. We're going to count both groups. Ready? So let's count all of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4 dinosaurs all together. Okay? So ready? Let's count that one more time. We had our first group was 1, 2 blue, 1, 2 purple, and then we're going to count all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So adding or putting together the 2 groups, we have 4 dinosaurs all together. We're going to do one more. So this time I have 1, 2 red dinosaurs are drinking the water. And then some blue dinosaurs come along because it looks very, very good. So now we have 1, 2, 3 blue dinosaurs. So now let's count each group again. How many red dinosaurs do we have? We have 1, 2 red dinosaurs here. And how many blue? We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 2 red and 3 blue. So what I want to know is if we put the 2 groups together, we can find out how many dinosaurs are drinking water all together. Both groups of dinosaurs. How many is that? Well, we can count, right? We can count them to find out. So let's count our first group again. We have 1, 2. And our second group is 1, 2, 3. Now let's count everything. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 red dinosaurs and 3 blue dinosaurs is 5 dinosaurs when we add them all together. So that's how many dinosaurs are drinking water. We have 5 dinosaurs all together. Very good, guys. So we're going to keep doing that throughout the week. We're going to be doing some more games. We're going to be adding or putting together dinosaurs or subtracting and taking things away. Okay? You guys can practice this at home, grown-ups, with your kids, with any toys that they have. It does not have to be dinosaurs, with literally anything. It doesn't have to be toys. You can do it with crackers. You can do it with anything that you can find, okay? You can put things together to add by making 2 groups. Say you have like 2 jelly beans and 2 Reese's Pieces, and you want to know how many that is all together. You count both groups and then count it all together. And you can do the same thing with subtracting. Say you're eating and you have 5 goldfish crackers and then you eat 1. How many do you have left? And then you need another. How many do you have left? Okay, so you can practice it all different ways with the materials that you guys have in your house. So that is it for today. I know we introduced a lot of new stuff today, but that is just the introduction or just the start. We'll be going over this a ton over the next couple of days, okay? So friends, if this was a lot to remember and it's making your brain hurt, do not worry, okay? This is not the only time we're ever talking about this. I'm going to keep going over all the different needs of a plant, the plant life cycle, and this whole addition and subtraction thing that we just started today, okay? So we're going to keep going over this a bunch. So I will see you tomorrow for our small group, and then on Wednesday for the whole class meeting, and we'll do some more practice with our math, and we'll also talk a little bit more about plants. Also, tomorrow is Wear a Yellow Day. So if you guys can find something yellow in your house to wear, that would be awesome if you could wear it to our small group circle tomorrow. And also if you can find something yellow in your house, okay, and bring that to the meeting also, that would be fantastic. So I will see you then, and I will say bye for now. Bye.